Hello, I am the Whispers of Darkness. Are you ready for a spine-chilling tale? Gather close, children. Daniel Miller, Ms. Sweeney, and yes, Richard Blackwell. That means you too. Are you snug and warm? Wonderful. It's time for a Christmas story by Scotty Johnson. It was the night before Christmas, and deep within our bunker, my mother, father, sister, and I were huddled together. The street lights were out, no carolers were singing, and even the old church bells were silent. Beneath our beds, we clung tightly, praying that he would pass our home this night. Everyone knows about the jolly Saint Nicholas and the gifts he delivers on his one-night journey. The presents, the treats, and the toys he brings to good girls and boys every Christmas. But it wasn't the man in the red suit and white beard whose festive visit we dreaded. Outside in the snow, we heard a menacing howl, the crunch of ice, and the growl of an animal. I heard it sniffing at our window, and then a deep, rumbling laugh. As I saw red eyes burning like flames, my sister and I stared in terror, hoping that this creature wouldn't get inside. Moments later, a thunderous loud knock, shattered our door into splinters. I screamed as the monster stormed into our home. A dreadful beast, known as Krampus. He stood towering at least 7 feet tall. From the tips of his horns to his clawed feet, across his back, what I first mistook for a coat was actually the long, matted hair of a filthy, dead goat. I cried and stifled my terror at the sight of his wickedly sharp fangs. His claw-like hands looked poised to inflict pain. In one, he wielded a bullwhip, and in the other, a clanking chain. He growled and sneered, laughing menacingly, before pointing at us and declaring, "Naughty," with a grin. My sister and I trembled with fear, questioning what terrible deeds we had committed this year. We had tried to be good, believing we had succeeded, minding our manners, and expecting no punishment. We both achieved good grades. Neither of us lied, cheated, or stole. We had nothing to conceal. Yet Krampus still arrived, with his wicked heart, intent on dragging us away and stuffing us into his sack, to take us to his punishment lair, where all the misbehaved children become his eternal slaves. We turned to our parents for protection, but they shook their heads, stepping back with sorrow. "You must face the consequences," my father lamented, and Krampus left, his expression twisted with malice. My sister and I clutched each other tightly, praying for a savior that night. Just when we were about to lose hope, a loud clatter erupted from outside on the lawn. With the sound of jingling bells, our spirits lifted as Krampus sniffed the air. On the wind came the fragrance of holly and pine, of gingerbread cookies and festive wine. In the doorway, he stood clad in bright red, and we cried out, "Help us, Saint Nicholas! There's been a misunderstanding. We've been good all year. Don't let him take us." "Wait, not so fast." He raised his large hand. "Something is happening that you do not comprehend." Krampus did come, that much is certain. But the Christmas demon did not come for you. We stared at the demon, both bewildered. He must be here for someone. But who could it be? Then it struck me, and clarity dawned. What had truly been the naughtiest of all this year. The more I contemplated, the more it became evident. We children were fine, but the parents had been awful. The Krampus takes children, my father protested, and sent his face twisted in disdain toward the men he despised. Christmas is for children, a time for giving. You stole their innocence, and that can't be forgiven. You frightened them into silence, twisted their souls, and to top it off, you told them I didn't exist. For your lifetime of mischief, the piper must be paid, he said, waving dismissively to summon Krampus. The adults screamed, screaming as they were taken into his sack, while we cried until Santa patted my back. "What's wrong?" asked Saint Nicholas. "I thought you'd be glad to be rid of those who mistreated you." "We are," I sniffled, sincere as could be. "But what will happen to my sister and me?" Saint Nicholas chuckled heartily, as did Krampus, a sound that still haunts my dreams. "You'll come with me," he exclaimed joyfully. "I have great plans for a good girl and boy. You'll join my workshop and assist my elves. I promise you'll enjoy yourselves. I'll share my secrets and my toy-making techniques, and you'll take charge when I've reached my end." "But," my sister interjected, "what about him? Won't Krampus feel lonely?" She scratched his chin thoughtfully. "I wish to thank him, and I know how. I'll go with him and be his apprentice." And so, from Kris Kringle, I learned to create toys. while my sister learned to punish naughty girls and boys. Every evening from that moment forward, my dreams were filled with the screams of parents and my sister's laughter. And this concludes our joyful Christmas tale. If you're good and not naughty, there's nothing to fear. But if your heart is filled with darkness and you're a wicked soul, try to hide, for soon you'll encounter Krampus and my sister. If you enjoyed this story, give this video a thumbs up if it sent chills down your spine. And remember to subscribe. Until next time, sweet dreams.